Hi everybody, I'm here to talk about an assessment I created in Google Classroom. This is an assessment for fourth graders. In fourth grade art, they learn a new concept about color theory. They learn about analogous colors, which are 3 to 5 colors next to each other on the color wheel. Their target is to be able to identify and use analogous colors in their artwork. You notice I have a split screen. On the left is the teacher view and on the right is the student view. I thought it'd be helpful if we saw both. And I'm also in the new beta classroom test group. So if you're familiar with Google Classroom, if you haven't signed up to check out the new version of Google Classroom, this is what it will look like. So this ClassWorks is something new. And this is where your assignments are created and then posted to the stream. So in the teacher view, looks like this. And then pretty similar in the student view. So I'm going to click on both here. And then the default in the teacher view is to show this your attendance list. And then this would show you who's done and who's not done. Right now, nobody is done. But then you can also look at the instructions, which would look very similar to the student view. Now, I'm assuming that the Google form is at the top now because one of the new features is if you have a quiz in Google form, it'll lock the students out so they can't like do something else once they've started the form. So I'll just go over the 3 choices that they have, and you can see here on the teacher view with the Google drawing and the slides, each student will get a copy. In the past, I have not been able to do this with Google Drawing, so I'm really excited about this feature, especially in the art room. This is before Google Drawings was I would consider it as a constraint, and now it's an affordance. So since the forms at the top, we'll just, on the student view, we'll start with that one. So once they click on this, it should pop right open. It's going to show them a color wheel, and then they have to list 4 sets of analogous colors. So like yellow, orange, orange could be a choice. The possibilities are endless, so they need to give me 4 different options of that. And then there is a checkbox where they can check the artworks that use analogous colors. And then they would submit that, and that could be one of their choices. The other choice is to do a Google drawing. Within the drawing, they're going to create a drawing or design that's colored using analogous colors and then list the analogous colors that are used. And the students know that if they're doing a design, that they can use just shapes and lines for that. It doesn't have to be a drawing of something specific. That's pretty common in the art room, so they will understand that terminology there. And then for the Google slide, this one is where they can create an actual paper artwork and then take a picture of it and add it to the slide and label the analogous colors that they can use. So this would be a little bit more of a hybrid traditional art assessment and adding a technology base into that. And then once they're done with it, they would turn it in. And then it's going to come up that they're turning these 2 in because the Google form would be submitted through Google Forms to me. And if they did the Google form, they still have to hit turn in just so it changes over here under student work. Let me refresh. And now it shows that it's done. because I'm the only student in the classroom, so that changed from not done to done. So that's how it sorts the students. I can come in here, I can check out what they did, I can leave a private comment for feedback, and then I can add their grade. So when I think about my assessment design checklist, this fits several of the criteria. It's clearly matched to their learning targets. It provides opportunity for effective feedback. It uses a technology component by using the Google Classroom, and it offers them choices. When I think of affordances and constraints, I think the new version of Google Classroom has a lot more affordances. One thing I like about Google is that my EL population, they can change the language. So if they're having a hard time understanding what the directions in English, they can change it to their native language, and then complete the artwork. My biggest constraint is just the time involved with doing an assessment this way. Not only do the students have to log into their Google accounts and access the Google Classroom, and then get into the assessment and everything, which is something that they do on a regular basis, especially in their home classroom. But it does take up a lot of time in the art room, especially if there's any kind of technology issues that would arrive. If there's a Chromebook or an iPad that's not connecting to the internet for some reason, or maybe they're having a hard time just with their login and password. I only see them once a week for 55 minutes, so I have to keep all those time constraints in mind when creating assessments, not even just with technology, but in general. They have to think about what happens if it takes more than one class time to do. So I hope that you enjoyed looking at the Google Classroom and seeing how an art assessment might work within Google Classroom. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on maybe this might be something you would